Archangel Michael says, something is not what it seems. The smile you're seeing is not from the heart, it hides a plan that could shake your spirit if you don't pay attention. Before the clock strikes midnight, the truth will push itself through no matter how tightly it's been hidden. They walk close to you, they laugh, they speak kind words, but there's a layer beneath. It's not love. It's not loyalty. It's something else, carefully arranged to look sweet while their intentions drip poison behind the curtains of their calm. What's behind their eyes is a storm you haven't seen yet. It's a scheme built not in one day, but brewed slowly in silence, while you trusted. There's a countdown echoing in the unseen world, and it ends at midnight. Your spirit has felt it. You've sensed it in the pauses of conversation, in the times their voice trembled, in the moments your stomach twisted with no reason. But tonight, that invisible thread is about to snap. Type Amen to get blessing 333. Archangel Michael says, your instincts are sacred. The unease you've been ignoring was never foolish. It was a divine signal sent to prepare you for what's coming. This person doesn't know you already received the warning in your dreams. They think you're still vulnerable to their illusion. They are mistaken. Their plan was designed in shadows. It was crafted not with weapons, but with words, small gestures, misdirection. But their biggest mistake? Underestimating your rising power. You were never weak. You were watching silently, observing every crack in their mask. While they planned your fall, you've been rising without a sound. Type Amen to get blessing 444. The energy around them changes after 8 p.m. You might not notice it at first, but tonight it will be sharp enough to cut through your trust. Watch their body language. The forced laughter. The nervous silence when you ask a simple thing. This is not a warning to create fear. This is divine preparation to hand you control. Midnight is not just a time, it's a shift. You'll either block their plan or walk right into the trap they've shaped. Do not ignore the signs that show themselves before 11:11 p.m. There will be a call. A message. A subtle clue in their words that will expose them more than they realize. That's when the tables will begin to turn. You were chosen to know. You were chosen to see. You were chosen to stand strong when others would crumble. Type Amen to get blessing 555. The person who wears the smile has spoken about you in hidden rooms. They've shared your kindness with a twist, telling others a version that suits their agenda. Their biggest fear is you discovering the truth. They know your power once awakened cannot be silenced. They try to act the same around others and act different when you are alone. But no matter how hard they try, the truth is bleeding out of their smile. That smile is not joy, it's camouflage. You might feel a sudden sense of separation from them today. That's not your imagination. That's protection in progress. What's being revealed now is exactly what your soul signed up to overcome. You are walking into a victory moment disguised as betrayal. But that's how divine justice works, it unfolds when the betrayer thinks they've won. Type Amen to get blessing 666. Your ancestors are watching this moment closely. Their energy surrounds you as the veil lifts tonight. They've seen the plot before it touched your timeline. That person underestimated the power of timing. Midnight is not just a limit, it is a spiritual exposure point. At exactly 12:03 a.m., something will be exposed. Whether through a slip of the tongue or a sudden shift in energy, you will know. That one sentence. That one look. It will hit like thunder, and your inner voice will roar. Your heart has carried many weights in silence, and this betrayal would have broken you a year ago. But now? It awakens something in you instead. Type Amen to get blessing 777. Remember the times you cried in silence when no one stood up for you? That ends tonight. The universe has aligned this encounter for a full circle moment. The person with the smile might touch your hand or give you something today. Be alert. What they offer may carry intentions you didn't ask for. Keep your space guarded. Clean your room before 10 p.m. Light something, doesn't matter what, but let it remind the energies around you that you are not blind. The snake can't hide when light reaches the floor it slithers on. You're not going to run. You're going to face it and watch it crawl away from your strength. Type Amen to get blessing 888. They once laughed at you for being too kind. They spoke to others about how easily they could use your generosity. But now, they are nervous. Because you are not who you used to be. You've evolved with pain. Your silence has become your sword. And that sword will slice through their act tonight, without you having to raise your voice. Do not be surprised if their energy suddenly shifts around you. They may try to charm you more, flatter you more, cling to your attention. That's fear, they can sense you're catching on. The mask is slipping. The smile is cracking. And when it breaks, you'll stand on the other side as the truth finally pours out like thunderstorm rain. Type Amen to get blessing 999. The spiritual world is sending you signs faster now. The repeated numbers, the flickering lights, the sudden dreams, they're not coincidences. They are direct alerts. You are being watched, not just by the one smiling, but by others connected to them. There's a network of whispers that you're walking through, but you're walking with armor. You don't need to expose anyone. They are exposing themselves with every passing moment. Their panic is rising because something they said about you has begun to return to them. That's what happens when you try to tear down a divine soul. The energy bounces back. It's justice disguised in silence. Type Amen to get blessing 1212. There may be someone who warns you softly today. Listen to them. Their message may come casually, but the meaning behind it will shake your core. Archangel Michael says, you are not alone in this moment. Celestial protection has been ordered on your behalf. You are being shielded in ways you cannot see. Even if you feel like nothing is happening, understand, some battles are being fought behind the veil, and you will wake up tomorrow lighter. That is not coincidence. That is divine intervention. Don't answer every call today. Don't open every message. Let your intuition guide your touch, and you will not be touched by their plan. Type Amen to get blessing 1010. You will know it's working when the one who wore the smile begins to act nervous, drop items, stutter, or go silent. That's the unraveling beginning. They've already been exposed in the spirit realm. If you speak your truth tonight, it will shake something deep inside them. They've built their strength on your silence. But your voice is a fire that they fear more than anything. Their power only exists in secrets. You are the light that breaks those secrets wide open. And tonight, that light is blinding. Stand still. Watch. Receive. Then rise. Type Amen to get blessing 1919. Your life is entering a chapter where masks fall and true hearts reveal. Some will walk away. Let them. Not all departures are losses. Some are blessings that come disguised as disappointment. This person will leave behind something, they won't realize they gave you the upper hand. By 12:41 a.m., something written, spoken, or forwarded will land in your presence. It will confirm all that your heart suspected but didn't yet say out loud. This moment may burn for a second, but it will heal lifetimes. You'll finally be free of a loop that has cycled far too long. Type Amen to get blessing 1444. The smile is a costume. The person behind it does not feel joy in your success. In fact, they fear that your rise will erase their influence. That fear has led them to plan in shadows, but the light has always belonged to you. You are not a target, you are the revelation they were never ready for. Your life is shifting timelines. After midnight, that person will no longer have access to your peace. The bridge will burn itself, and you won't have to say a word. Forgive them, but never let them near your soul again. Some doors must remain closed for protection. Type Amen to get blessing 2222. Your crown was never made by people. It was chosen by divine timing, molded by pain, and blessed by unseen hands. You are the storm and the calm after. Let tonight be the end of pretending. Let it be the beginning of awareness. Let your eyes carry clarity and your soul radiate boundaries. They played with your patience, but never understood its origin. Your grace came from survival. And now, your silence will become their consequence. Archangel Michael says, the plan they whispered in corners is being shattered by light. You are protected. And tonight, you walk away whole. Type Amen to get blessing 1818. The person who smiles at you today might say words that sound sweet, but if you listen deeper, something will feel off. Their tone won't match their spirit. Their eyes will say something their lips won't. They are hoping you stay distracted. They are hoping you continue to believe the version of them they've worked hard to build. But cracks are forming, and you are now beginning to see through what once looked flawless. They never expected you to wake up. They never believed the day would come when you would feel the vibration of their true intentions. That day is here, and they can feel you slipping from their control. There is fear in their smile. Not because of guilt, but because your awareness is a power they cannot bend. They know it's over before they've even finished the act. Type Amen to get blessing 2323. Every lie they told about you will turn to dust. The same people they whispered to will start questioning them. The energy they used to confuse will now betray their steps. Tonight, there will be a moment, a glance, a silence, a sudden look away. That is when the truth will leak out from their carefully placed disguise. They may try to hug you. They may try to offer something small. But don't let the gesture fool you. It's not love. It's manipulation in a velvet cloak. The midnight hour carries judgment. And this time, it will not bend in their favor. What they intended for harm will return to them multiplied. Type Amen to get blessing 3535. They once thought your kindness was weakness. They used your open heart as a gate to sneak through. But now, your boundaries are lightning, and they are about to be struck. You are not just healing. You are rising. You are remembering who you are, and nothing scares manipulators more than someone who no longer doubts themselves. That smile they wear, it's panicked. It's nervous. It knows you have started hearing the silence between their words. You were never asleep. You were watching, quietly, preparing for this very night. And now, every ounce of your silence will speak. Type Amen to get blessing 1717. Your name was mentioned in secret rooms. Not to uplift you, but to redirect favor away from you. But those who listened are now watching you rise, and their minds are shifting. The person who wears that familiar smile is holding on to the past version of you, the version they could easily manipulate. But that version is gone. You don't need to confront them. Your energy has already done it. Your elevation speaks louder than any defense you could give. The smile that once felt warm will now feel hollow. You'll recognize the emptiness behind it, and it will set you free. Type Amen to get blessing 2626. They may try one last act tonight. A confession disguised as a compliment. A gift disguised as guilt. But don't be pulled into the performance. Archangel Michael says, your silence is power. Your distance is divine. Your protection is already active. Your inner peace is not a place they can enter anymore. They feel it. That's why their behavior tonight will shift. 1 minute kind, next minute cold. Let them shift. Let them reveal themselves. Let the truth breathe. You no longer have to carry their weight in your heart. Type Amen to get blessing 3939. You'll feel lighter by sunrise. Not because things went perfectly, but because your spirit was finally unchained. The smile that held deceit no longer has control. The person who smiled to hide their plan has just realized their efforts failed. Their charm broke. Their act fell flat. And now, they're the ones unsure of what comes next. They wanted you to react. But you rose instead. They wanted you to beg. But you stood silent, regal, untouched by their tactics. Their plan had many steps. But it missed one thing, it underestimated your growth. And growth is what turned you from target to thunder. Type Amen to get blessing 4747. Tonight will bring confirmation through something small, an overheard word, a comment not meant for you, a strange behavior. Pay attention. That's your sign. The universe will not let this go unresolved. It is placing you in perfect position to exit this chapter with clarity. No doubt. No confusion. Just clean separation. They will feel the shift in you. The unspoken distance. The unshakable calm. That's what will haunt them, not revenge, not anger, but the fact that they lost access to your grace. Let them watch. Let them wonder. You don't owe them anything anymore. Type Amen to get blessing 5151. Every act they performed was rehearsed. But you've now seen the script. And once you see the script, the actors lose their power. This is your moment to detach. Not with bitterness, but with boldness. The kind of boldness that comes when the truth is no longer a shock, it's a tool. Use your wisdom tonight. Let your intuition sit at the front of your decisions. Trust what you feel, even if it makes no sense yet. Before the clock strikes 12, your clarity will arrive. And when it does, no smile will ever confuse your spirit again. Type Amen to get blessing 5656. Archangel Michael says, this night has been chosen for you to sever the old ties. There is no room for silent harm in your future. Only truth, only light, only peace. The shadows that once held your name have lost their grip. The conversations about you, the twisted stories, they are unraveling. Truth is too strong now. Their plan relied on your fear. But you've outgrown fear. You carry discernment now, and that is the power they never wanted you to have. It's done. The trap failed. You are walking out untouched, unbroken, and more radiant than they ever imagined. Type Amen to get blessing 6060. Let the clock tick. Let midnight come. You do not have to do anything except stand in your truth and let their plan dissolve in front of your eyes. The smile they wore will no longer hide them. The energy has shifted too much. They cannot pretend anymore. You are safe. You are rising. And nothing they do can reverse the light that surrounds you now. Close your eyes before sleep and speak this softly: I receive the truth. I reject the lie. I walk in divine safety. And so it is. Type Amen to get blessing 7007. Their energy after midnight will be frantic. You may not see it right away, but something within them will be unsettled. They'll look for ways to regain the control they once had over your thoughts. You'll notice they suddenly become too interested in your plans. They'll ask questions that don't match the moment. They're trying to see if you've discovered what they tried to hide behind that smile. They're hoping you're still blind to the deception. They want to believe you haven't connected the dots. But the shift has already occurred in your spirit, and there is no going back. They cannot undo what the universe has already exposed. What was once hidden in plain sight is now glowing like fire under your awareness. Type Amen to get blessing 7272. This isn't just a one-time betrayal. This person has been calculating for a while. The smile they use today is a continuation of a plan they started weeks, maybe even months, ago. But they didn't factor in your spiritual evolution. They didn't know your discernment would sharpen at the exact moment they needed you distracted. They didn't realize you were being protected in ways they'll never understand. Archangel Michael says, a spiritual gate has been opened for your escape. What once tied you to this person energetically is now being burned. You are stepping into a clearing. You'll feel it in your chest, like you can finally exhale. That is the beginning of your freedom. Type Amen to get blessing 7575. You're not just surviving this moment. You are becoming wiser because of it. The version of you that once tolerated these energies is gone. Tonight, as you sleep, the residue of their intentions will be pulled away from your spirit. The weight you didn't know you were carrying will dissolve. The soul cords are snapping, one by one. Don't respond to their guilt traps. Don't get pulled into memory games. The past they used to hold you hostage no longer has keys to your peace. Let your silence tonight speak volumes. Let your stillness announce your knowing. It is more powerful than any confrontation. Type Amen to get blessing 7979. The smile they wear has already begun to fade. Watch closely. Their discomfort will reveal itself in strange ways, overreactions, silence, or sudden avoidance. They might even try to turn others against you, hoping they can shift the focus. But the light of truth is exposing every whisper, every false gesture, every fake alliance. This exposure is not punishment. It's protection. You are being rerouted from harm that could have grown deeper if left unchecked. They thought they could keep their mask on forever. But you are the reason it's finally slipping off. Your presence triggered their truth. Type Amen to get blessing 8080. Do not fear being alone. What's being removed from your life cannot go where you're headed. Some people must leave before the blessing can settle. You will be misunderstood by those who don't see the full picture. But heaven has already validated your decision. What's coming next will replace what's leaving with something purer. Tonight, if your heart feels heavy, let it. But don't let it return to the hands that tried to crush it in silence. You owe yourself peace more than you owe anyone an explanation. This is the closing of a karmic loop. Let it shut loudly. Let the echoes teach you. But don't go back. Type Amen to get blessing 8282. By morning, they will sense the disconnect. They'll try to reattach themselves, through apology, charm, guilt, or distraction. Resist. This is your divine test. Let the past be the lesson, not the luggage. What you're letting go of was not support, it was sabotage dressed in affection. Your destiny requires clean hands and clear hearts around you. Anything else will only delay the overflow waiting on the other side of this goodbye. Don't second-guess what you feel tonight. Trust your peace more than their smile. That smile is the last mask they'll ever wear around you. Type Amen to get blessing 8484. This night may end with silence between you and them. Let it. That silence is sacred. It's the space where the old version of you dies and the new you begins to breathe. Archangel Michael says, "You will not break. You will not fall into their trap this time. You are guarded by the truth, and the truth will not bend. They won't know what hit them. They'll feel your withdrawal before you speak a word. And that silence will ring louder than any scream. You were never meant to stay small for their comfort. You were meant to rise so high, their smile can't even reach your level anymore." Type Amen to get blessing 8585. There will be signs in the next 24 hours. Small signs. Glitches in their behavior. Random confessions. Words that slip. Watch, don't react. This person's fake smile will crumble faster than they thought. You're not just witnessing a betrayal, you're watching their mask melt in real time. Let it fall. Let it dissolve. Let their actions match what your spirit already knew. You will rise, not because of revenge, but because you finally chose truth over illusion. This is your healing. This is your ascension. Type Amen to get blessing 8888. Midnight was not a moment of fear, it was the hour your eyes fully opened. And now, there's no turning back. They'll wonder how you knew. They'll sense your shift and be haunted by the absence of your trust. That's the price of playing games with chosen souls. Archangel Michael says, this night marks your emancipation. You are no longer in the web. You are no longer their secret target. You are reborn. Let the air feel different. Let the energy feel cleaner. That's the effect of spiritual surgery. You were cut loose. Type Amen to get blessing 9090. And now, it's done. The one who smiled to deceive has been exposed without your hands getting dirty. The plan they held so tightly has slipped right through their fingers. You are untouchable. You are rising. And your spirit has never been more ready. Sleep in peace. Wake in power. Let tonight be the night you never forget, not for the pain, but for the breakthrough it triggered. You are walking into tomorrow lighter, freer, and finally, undeniably you. Type Amen to get blessing 9999.